everybody. Today, I want to welcome you to the passive income generation thing that Chris and I are doing right now. To everybody that is not familiar, which there's almost no chance that you aren't, this is Chris Jones. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, Ben. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Absolutely, my man, absolutely. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, which I'm sure there's a lot more of you who are, Chris Jones is a masterful Amazon FBA seller, coach, and beanie model. Chris, thank you so much for joining us today. So,
Thank you.
Today we wanted to give you guys some value, and not only do we want to give you some value, but we wanted to give you a ton of it. And so this video is about 7 different ways that we have both done collectively of how to make passive income. Chris, before we jump into it, what is passive income and why is it so important to generate?
Okay, so if your passive income is simply making money on autopilot and not actively going out there to work for set hours to make money, such as, I truly believe if you want to achieve like millionaire status, you want to be cash rich as well as paper rich, then you've got to have a stream of income that supplies you 24/7, 365. Now, if you're working a 9-to-5 job or whatever job times you do work, you're getting paid for those certain times that you're putting in your time to do so. Therefore, you're on an hourly wage. If you create passive income, that means you could go to a restaurant at 2 o'clock, a restaurant at 10 o'clock, you go and see your family throughout the day, and you will still be earning money throughout that process. You won't have to worry about not earning through the hour that you're spending with your loved ones or going out for a meal, because that passive income, which is going to tick along if you implement the structures right from day one, and it's going to serve you into the short and long term. So passive income is pretty much money on autopilot, where active income is where you go and actively seek the money to work an hourly job or a task or a project that someone's asked you to do. Absolutely.
And passive income is, and you actually told this to me, as part of your story, that you one day typed in how to make money while I sleep, right?
Yes.
And so that is the epitome of passive income, where you put in work now, you build assets now, and then you get paid for those assets later.
Correct.
So, Chris, I want to start with something that we both have experience in, and that is Kindle publishing. Can you give an overview of Kindle publishing from your perspective, and maybe give a little bit of your experiences with it, and then just describe it as a phenomenon on the whole?
Yeah, so I was actually a personal trainer back in Bristol in the UK, in England, back in 2015. I was working in a club in Bristol, and this comes back to what you just said then, when I taught you, passive income was to tap online and make money while you sleep. Well, when I tapped in online, when I was a personal trainer looking to get out of that 9-to-5, the first thing that popped up on my screen was Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP for short, Amazon Kindle, Kindle Publishing, whatever you want to refer it to. There's so many different ways. So, that really grasped my attention from the get-go. All I saw as the title was make money through digital ebooks, or make money through, online income where you can sell your books. And I thought this, that's just another get-rich-quick scheme. Later on that evening, like I said to you, I typed in how to make money online. That came up. Straight away, I started to implement these strategies on how to create a simple recipe book. And, I went through the processes. I didn't really expect much from it. But going back to Kindle, so Kindle is pretty much a platform where you can write your own book on Microsoft Word, translate that into an EPUB or PDF document on your computer. You go over to amazon.kdp.com and you create a profile. It's as simple as this, probably one of the most simplest and straightforward processes you can do online, and to make money online, and to classify yourself as an actual publisher, So you go there and you upload this book. I started with a recipe guide. It was called The Green Machines. It was like a 10-page kind of recipe guide. I think it only included 10 recipes. I uploaded that, and it actually started to make some sales at like $2. And I was thinking that only took me like 20 minutes. So that night I carried on to do another 5, then day after another 5, and so on. And before I knew it, I had 40 recipe guides on Amazon. A month later, I was earning £800 a month. And the only reason why I stopped that was because another ad popped up. All of that kind of shiny object syndrome started to hit me, and that's when Amazon FBA came up. But Kindle is a great platform to go down in terms of to make true, and I think this is true passive income. Amazon FBA, which we'll go on to shortly, has a slight variation of being lack of passive income, just because there's more processes and more maintenance you have to put together to keep it running. But with Kindle, you can upload your book, okay, to the Amazon KDP platform, and it can go live in front of potential millions of eyes right on Amazon. And that can sell then, short, long term, year, 5 years, 10 years, however long it lasts. And, one of the things in my experience, why I kind of stopped it was I started to go down the route of producing more books with less quality. And I thought, okay, so if I'm trying to build myself as a name, not that I knew, Zone Life success or myself was going to come from this, but I was frantically just going after the quantity. And looking back through my books, I've actually took the majority of that off now. They were terrible. And, if people would actually leave reviews, it would be very, very bad. So I took them off, and now all of my course content and stuff that I'm doing focuses on quality. So anyone looking to get into the Kindle publishing platform, the biggest thing and my biggest piece of advice would be forget the quantity, focus on nothing but quality. In the aspect of book content, book cover, and overall optimization and detail of your front end listing, which customers are going to come or potential customers to come and buy your book. So that's my experience. I class my first attempt at Kindle as a failure. There was 3 months running where I earned between £600 and £800 UK. But to me, that short-term cash does not fulfill that long-term gain of success that I personally wanted to achieve. So the first time was failure. I'm actually looking back into it now. I've got a book coming out in the next 4 weeks called, The Wealthy versus the Poor Amazon Seller. So I'm going to see how that goes, keep everyone interacted. But that is my personal experience with Kindle. It's got massive potential. Don't let anybody put you off or tell you otherwise, because as you know, Ben, you've got 9 books, correct?
I have 8. I'm going to publish the 9th soon. Awesome.
So you still see the potential. There's still people earning masses of money on your big successes coming from this. Anyway, that's my 50 cents. I'm out.
So Chris, I think that was a really good description of Kindle. And, I just want to kind of go back and hit on a few points. First of all, when you publish on Amazon, when you publish through Amazon Kindle, you have 2 options as far as royalties. If you price your book between $0.99 and I think it's $1.99, you can get 35% of the royalties. That means every time you sell a book, you keep 35% of the money. However, if you price your book between $2.99 and $9.99, you can actually keep 70% of that royalty. Okay? So what does this mean? Well, when you take a look at traditional publishing houses and you try to go as an author and approach them, if they say yes and accept your book, they're going to be taking a ridiculous amount of that profit. Okay, I've heard horror stories of authors who are only getting 6% of the royalties from every book they sell. When you put in your time and effort, it is not worth it to only make 6%. Okay, you can self-publish on Amazon through Kindle, and you can keep up to 70% of the royalties. And by the way, it's free. It does not cost you a penny to publish anything on Amazon. Okay, so now it's a great opportunity. Okay, Kindle's a great opportunity, but there are 2 basic trains of thought as far as how you go about it. Okay, what Chris did and what I'm doing is we wrote our own books. Okay, we took the time to do the research, to write our books. Chris's were more in the recipe guides. Mine's more in entrepreneurship and self-help. So that's why I don't have as many books out, because it takes me a while to write them, because I want to make sure that each one is handcrafted and it's up to my standard. Yeah. Now, another train of thought is to act as more of a publisher, where you hire a ghostwriter, and let's say you go to Upwork.com or freelance.com, however you find an author, and you pay them to write a book for you, and then you publish it. So all you have to work on is the marketing of the book, okay? Now, people who go this route, they can pump out tons more books in a much shorter amount of time than somebody who's going to be writing all of their books, right? So the route to which you go with this, it depends on your style. Are you an author? Okay, do you like to express yourself via the written word? Okay, great. Do what Chris and I did, okay? Or are you a publisher? Are you more of a businessman or woman who wants to fulfill that role of a publisher and not so much an author? You can do this too. And it's still powerful. And actually, the ability to scale is a lot more prevalent, a lot easier to do when you just focus on that role as publisher. But again, like Chris said, and y'all, Chris is brilliant. He's an expert on many things. I would very much listen to what he's saying. Quality. If you don't have a quality book, it's not going to last you a very long time, okay? Now, if you follow Chris's advice and my advice too, and you take the time to build a quality product, you take the time to find a good writer, to build a good cover, to do the appropriate marketing strategies, and look at this as a long-term business, then these books, they will last you. And they will last you, and they will last you. And these are assets that you're building that you can pass on to your kids, they can pass on to their kids. So you're building a foundation of financial security for your entire family through Kindle publishing. Okay? So I think we talked about Kindle publishing. I think everybody has a good understanding of what it is, how it's so powerful, why it's so powerful. If you have any more questions on that, just leave a comment below, and we will be able to get back to you in time. So let's keep going with this show. So the next thing that we wanted to talk about was Amazon FBA. Now, Chris, you are the king of this, and you're an absolute legend. Take this one away, man.
Okay, so Amazon FBA is like my little baby. Even though it's one of the biggest things that you can get into in terms of revenue, sales, and like the actual short term of getting into this is just like you can get a product live in like 8 to 12 weeks. You can start earning what, 20, 50, £100,000 a month. I know people that are earning $500,000 a month. You know, I won't name any names, but I've had an interview with him before. It's crazy. So Amazon FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. What this pretty much means is, I like to say it's a dream, because it's helped me to create the lifestyle that, you know, only once I could have dreamt of a couple of years ago. So Amazon FBA is, you can either go two routes here. So you can go down the private label route, PL, which is you can create your own private label product. Great example would be this. Okay, so this is a supplement tub. This is just the bottle, just the lid, and just the security cap within. So a 3-part kind of white label product at the moment. And all that you would then do is you would put your own label, your own branded design and beautiful graphics over that tub, and you would pretty much legalize that in terms of setting up a business, an entity, and you would put that product on Amazon, and you would market it to its full potential in order to get that seen, even though it's going to get seen anyway, because there's over 12.5 million unique visitors to Amazon's platform every single month. So by just promoting that, maybe just a little bit, a bit of marketing strategies, a bit of character in your listing, you know, there's going to be great potential in order for you to not just earn a full-time income that could surpass your current day job's income, but also the type of income that will help you to quit that job, get on a flight to Bali, and live the dream life on the beach. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, I if someone was to say that to me 2 years ago, I would have probably switched the video off. But I was that person, and now I'm in the position in the person that I wouldn't believe back then. So, you know, fulfillment by Amazon really can help you achieve the passive income that you're looking for. It might not be as passive as Kindle, just because you are dealing with actual physical goods and not kind of air products, which is the automation model of Kindle. You actually do have to do some restocking. Now, not to miss this out, for people that think you have to hold stock in your house, in your hand, in your car, in your garage, you do not. The fulfillment by Amazon process is exactly FBA. They deal with the whole process for you, which means, let me take you through a little structure of how this works. I will jump on either Alibaba.com or Google, two of the main platforms I use to kind of to get my products made, to manufacture. So I will go to Google and I will type in something like supplement supplier UK or US. I'll go through some of the results, and then I will pretty much contact the supplier and give them an ingredient breakdown of the product I want. I will ask them to see what packaging they offer, what kind of texture labels, color print on the labels, etc., etc., etc. The cost price, can they fulfill to Amazon? What else can they offer me to differentiate my product to beat the competition? Blah, 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 and so on. And from there, I will set up my Amazon account. So now all of this, I've got my little basic chart here. So this is like the basic Amazon breakdown, but we'll go over that again. You pretty much want to set up for a professional account on Amazon. You build all of your business information in there after setting up your actual legal entity. So you're a business owner now, baby, as well. So then, let's just say this product's complete. You get this, come on, Chris, you pull it together, bro. You get the information from Amazon, you send it to your supplier boxes up the units, and then he sends it so gracefully over to Amazon. And you're here just thinking, okay, my kitchen looks great. I've got no stock here at all. And all you're doing is a middleman. You're literally the middleman here, supplier's here, Amazon's here. You're just pushing stock from your supplier over your head to Amazon's warehouse, which fulfills from the UK, US, everywhere. And different marketplaces, obviously, for different locations, blah, blah, blah. So this is what you want to do. Once that hits Amazon, all your job is then to be a keyboard warrior and optimize your listing, to play the game of pay-per-click, to overrank people and better their listings, which is your product's kind of graphics, its content, its context within its front end of what you're seeing. I always look at this as you want to pay attention so much to the actual product listing. And I mean, when you go on Amazon, you type in yoga mat, you tap a search result, and the actual product comes up. You want to pay attention to that in such detail when you're creating it that it becomes like your website storefront. And I know I keep saying that, but now this is something you want to focus on, especially your visuals. Visuals sell. So, you can't just go and put up low HD, low quality images. Put up stuff that's going to help your marketing efforts and push your sales and revenue to the ones, of great stature. And, put a kind of goal on how many sales you want to hit with a certain amount of products. For me, I wanted to start with 12 sales a day of my first supplement that sells on the UK, which is a fat burner. And I wanted to hit 12 sales a day for the first 6 weeks until I even considered bringing out a second product. And that was to me my personal goal. So have a goal for your own. But anyway, look at me taking it all throughout this. Guys, you go, Ben.
Absolutely. And by the way, just so you guys know, Chris has been wildly successful with Amazon FBA in the past, 18 months now that you've been doing it?
Yeah, just approaching 19th month, actually.
Approaching the 19th month. And if you feel comfortable sharing, maybe you could toss out some numbers just to give people some proof that you do know what you're talking about and that what you're saying works.
Yeah, so in my first day of launch, I hit 92 sales, which made me over £2,200 UK. Most people think, I try to explain this in full detail as possible, I leverage Facebook in order to collect those sales from personal friends, family, and things like that. So I made those 92 sales, not just on that day. As a collective, I built those 92 sales up for 10 weeks prior to launch. Like, I was doing this all day long. I probably annoyed a lot of people, but it actually got me to where I wanted to be in terms of ranking on the first page status for my precious fat burner from day one. So our biggest month to date was £52,000 UK. And please don't take that as that's money in my pocket. Otherwise, I'd be driving a nice, fresh red Ferrari right now, baby. I swear. But it's around 30% margins, guys. It can tip up to maybe 40 or 50% margins, depending on the category, depending on the product, depending on the cost price you buy for, and depending on the sale price you sell for. All of these different factors come in. I've just hit over the 315. That's £315,000 UK in the last 19 months. Business is great. Business is booming. I'm now in a position where I'm open to negotiate the sale of my business, which is a massive kind of like, I could have only dreamt of doing that, when I started 19 months ago, and now I'm in a position of, discussions of the sale and negotiations and things like that. It takes a lot of stress. There's a lot of questions to be dealt with when you're going through a sale of a business, but more so the potential of, if you start an Amazon business, I haven't got a website, I haven't got anything. I hardly act on social media at all. So it's all come from the power of Amazon, that there is potential to sell up at the end, which is awesome. And you can move on to the same platform, or you can do something different with your life that will broaden your horizons in terms of expertise. So that's where I am at the moment. My biggest sale day to date was 138 sales, I believe, which was awesome. That does come over time. That's not just going to hit straight away. But there's me talking about those sales. I've got clients. I know people from the UK and US who are trumping my sales. Like, they're doing awesome. There's people with far less sales, same as me, and much more. So there's big potential in everything. And like I say all the time, forget the in quantity of it. Focus on the quality of your product. I'm learning every single day about how much you have to bring your creative mindset. Take off the beanie and draw the hair back and put on a creative cap, baby, because that's the way that's really going to bring you success, short and long term. So really focus on every single aspect of your physical product, every single one in mass detail, because that way, when your product's sitting on Amazon and it's looking fresh, you've got a big fat smile on your face, you know in confidence that people are going to buy your product over his, over hers, over all of those guys. So, and then you can become the price setter as opposed to the price changer. I'm off on a rant, Benny. Why aren't you stopping me?
Because it's gold, my friend. It's gold. I love it. So, okay, so we talked about a little bit about Amazon FBA. Just for people who may not exactly know what that is, again, you take a product, you stick your label on it. It's called private label. Okay, you have your manufacturer or your supplier send that to Amazon. You do some typing on Amazon, you set up your product listing, you do some marketing strategies, and then as you make sales, Amazon handles the fulfillment of it. So they handle the packaging, the shipping, the customer service, the storage of it. So they do everything. So again, like Chris said, you're acting as the middleman or woman between your supplier manufacturer and between Amazon. And Amazon is then sending it to the customer. So that's Amazon FBA. If you have any more questions about that, I would, of course, go to Chris for that because he is the expert. So ask him questions. He's very accessible. He's the man, and he knows Amazon FBA. So let's move on to the third one. And I think I'm gonna start off on this one because I have some experience with this, but it's Shopify.
Yeah.
Now, Shopify is a website that you can go to build your own e-commerce platform. And what's cool is, despite not having any sort of graphic design skills or coding skills or really being too tech savvy, you can build a very nice, very aesthetically pleasing, high-functioning, converting website. Okay?
Yeah.
And you can do all of that through Shopify. And what's cool about it is that it's actually free for the first 2 weeks. So you can go on and you can test it out and learn without having to pay any money. But then there's two basic trains of thought with how to use Shopify. And if you're creative, you can think of more. But typically there's two different ways to do it. The first way is going the self-fulfilled route. Okay? Where you get products, and these could be products that you private label or products that you buy in bulk. Okay? But well, you're buying both of them in bulk, either private label products or products that have another brand name on them. But when you self-fulfill, you buy in bulk, right, to get a better price. So say you might buy 500 units up front, and then you ship them out, or you give them to a fulfillment warehouse, or however you do it. Or you can do drop shipping, where the supplier actually sends the product straight to the customer for you. And it's Shopify drop shipping that I want to focus on in this training, because that is what I have the most experience in. So what you do is you basically find a product. Now, you can do tons of research on tons of different platforms. I would suggest going to eBay using watchcount.com, going to Amazon bestsellers, going to the AliExpress bestsellers, going to Google Trends, Google Keyword Planner, and just looking at all these different tools and find consistencies. So you may see that a black and white beanie with a snowball on top may be selling really well, okay? So then you go to all these different tools, all these different platforms, and you just check, okay, is it selling well on AliExpress? Is it selling well on Amazon? Is it selling well on eBay? Okay, great. Let me check the Google Trends. Is there an upward trend? Is there a downward trend? Is it stagnant? And so you go and you find a good product, okay? Then you go into the process of finding a supplier or manufacturer, okay? And it's a similar process to what Chris was saying, except for drop shipping, it can be a lot more automated, okay? And you can go to AliExpress or Alibaba, and you can go find products on there, and they give it to you for a wholesale price, a really good price, and you can sell those units individually, okay? So you would go on, and using an app called Oberlo, okay, you can import products directly from AliExpress into your Shopify site. Now, this takes care of you having to deal with bringing in photos, bringing in the different variants, which are different sizes and colors, doing the description, setting your different price points, and it makes it really easy. So again, that's Oberlo. You definitely want to utilize that if you're going to be drop shipping on Shopify. But the beauty of this system is that you don't have to touch the product, okay? All you have to do is make a sale on a website. So if you're good at marketing, if you think you can drive traffic to a site and have people click and buy, this is perfect for you, okay? Because all you have to do is get some product onto your store, or multiple products, okay? And as a side note, you can either have a general store or a niche specific store. A general store, think Walmart, Target. They have a ton of different products. They're competing on price point and just quantity. Whereas a niche store, or niche store, however you decide to pronounce it, that is taking a very specific industry or a specific product and just focusing on that. For example, you may sell pens or highlighters or glasses. So you let's say you're selling glasses, okay? And you only sell glasses. Well, then you might be able to name your store the Glasses Zone, or whatever it may be, as opposed to a general store where you sell glasses and toothpaste and guitars and fishing line. So you see the difference. Anyways, so you have your supplier, and all you're doing is making the sale. Okay, you're the middleman or woman, and it starts when the customer buys from you. Okay, and here's the beauty of it: the customer buys from you, and then and only then do you buy from the supplier. So you're getting the money up front, and then you're using that revenue to buy that item. So you're cutting down on a lot of your startup costs. You're cutting down on a lot of your risk, because the only thing you really have to pay for is your marketing expense. And if you're good at marketing using organic traffic, then you don't even need to pay that. So that is drop shipping on Shopify. It's really easy to get into. It's one of the easiest business models. Like all the ones that we've talked about so far, they've been pretty straightforward and easy. And drop shipping on Shopify is the same way. I mean, you could literally get a store built in under an hour.
FYI, I don't know much at all about dropshipping, hence the extreme focus I was just putting in to listen to Ben then. So yeah, thank you, Ben, for that knowledge. It actually seems very simple. The only thing that kind of like would take the kind of teaching and kind of processes and making this success is turning those views into sales from targeted people that you're pushing that towards, right?
Absolutely, and that's a really big issue for a lot of stores, right? So I was doing research one day, and I came across a statistic, and if this is an incorrect statistic, let me know in the comments below, just because I'd like to know, and I don't want to lead anybody astray. But the conversion rate for the top players is anything above a 3.6% on your website. So that means out of every 100 people that come onto your site, only 3.5 of them are going to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about that, you need to be sending a lot of traffic for very cheap if you're an industry leader, okay? Most stores, most people are going to be between 0 and 1% conversion rate, if that much, right? So that is working on the credibility of the store. You know, most people are kind of wary when they go to a new website for the first time. They might not want to buy. They might not feel comfortable giving you their credit card information. So it's up to you as the business owner, as a store owner, to make them feel comfortable, to build your store to make it look nice, to make it look professional, to make it easy to navigate, aesthetically pleasing. It's up to you to have the terms and conditions, the privacy statement, the shipping policy, and it's up to you to really make that conversion. But once you can do that, then it's a matter of, okay, I'm putting in this much for marketing, and I'm getting this much out in revenue. Do my margins work? How do I fix it? Do I need to go for a bigger product to sell for more? Do I need to lower my marketing costs and continue with this product? So, again, this business is easy to get into, but no business is easy to master. And I think, Chris, you would agree with me that regardless of which direction you choose or how you choose to build your own passive income, there's not going to be a one button to press and just you're automatically rich. It just doesn't happen, okay? You have to build a business. You have to really learn. You have to invest your time. You have to invest your energy. And a lot of times you have to invest your money into your business, because your business is only going to be as strong as you are individually. So as you're growing as a person, as you're growing as an entrepreneur, and you're progressing on that entrepreneurial journey, your business is going to grow too. So regardless of which one you start on, stay the course, right? Pick one and dive into it 100% and make sure that you're consistent with it and you believe in yourself and you don't give up.
Yeah.
So, we talked about Kindle Publishing, Amazon FBA, and Shopify. Chris, I want to talk a little bit about Amazon Direct Video, okay? And what's great about this is that, once again, you're leveraging Amazon's platform. And I think you said earlier they have about 12.5 million monthly unique active users.
Yeah, someone quote me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah.
That
I mean,
is awesome.
In the end of 2016, please someone quote me if I'm incorrect, they had over 4.2 billion visitors to their website.
Wow, that is insane. So with that many people, you're gonna have customers, right? You just have to put your product in the right place the right way. Okay, so Amazon Direct Video, what is it? Well, there are 3 ways that you can put up videos on Amazon Direct Video, and essentially it's similar to YouTube in that you put up video content, but there are different types of video. So you can have a standalone video where it's like a movie or a clip or a short film or something like a training like this, maybe an interview. If it's just a standalone unique item or video. And so you put that video on Amazon and you can charge for it, and you do charge for it, okay? So that's one route to go. The other route is episodic. So if you have a TV show where you have different parts of the series, if you are doing like we're doing in Project Egg, doing interviews, consistently doing interviews, then you can put all that together in different seasons, and you can have, your first 20, second 20. So I trust you can see where that's going. So you can have standalone, you can have episodic, and then you can have subscription. And this is probably the most powerful way to go. Okay, I haven't done extensive testing with subscription. Okay, I've only tested the standalone and the episodic, but I'm going to be moving into doing more subscription testing soon. But essentially what it is somebody comes and they subscribe to your account, to your Amazon Direct Video account. And anytime you put up videos, they get notified about it, right? Kind of like an RSS feed. Anytime you upload it, they get notified. Okay, it'll be a little notification because they subscribe to you. But the way that they subscribe to you is that they pay you a monthly fee. So you can say, okay, my video content is very valuable, and I want to build a subscriber base, but I also want to get paid for doing so. So you put all your videos on subscription, and people can pay you $2.99 a month, $4.99 a month. You can set a custom price. You can set $50 a month, $150 a month, just to have access to your content. So if you are a video creator, if you already create videos, if you're creating video content in any way, shape, or form, this is another avenue that you can use, another medium that you can leverage to build passive income. Because once you put it up there, it's up there, and it's not going anywhere, okay? And it's very similar to books in that it's more of, you're selling intellectual property. So whereas books, you can sell Kindle, and Amazon will sell it for you all day, and you don't ever have to touch anything. Once you upload a video, your hands are off of it. You don't have to do anything. Amazon will sell it for you. So that's direct video. That's Amazon Direct Video. And Chris, you were talking about jumping onto this platform pretty soon. What entices you about this platform? What makes you want to get on it?
I personally think that videos, in terms of social media at the moment, in terms of learning, in terms of the overall online presence, whether you're trying to market a water bottle, whether you're trying to market a supplement, a phone case, whatever it may be, maybe you're trying to market someone else's product to earn money in affiliate commissions. I think using video and really leveraging the power of video, which is now even bigger than photos. And photos in 2016 were massive on social media, especially on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like Instagram, you're seeing that slowly move from photos to more video content. And now, obviously, that Amazon, one of the biggest e-com platforms in the world, have took that place on. That, to me, says something. And, where Amazon has helped me earn a lot of money in sales, there is obviously so much more potential if you translate Kindle, the video on Amazon, and FBA in with each other. And I just think the actual video learning it's so now, but then there's so much more of it to come. And, just like anything, when something really sparks your interest, or it gives you just a little tiny sign of saying, okay, this could be big, this could be very, very successful if I'm going to put some time into it. The time to do it is now. I don't even have to tell you guys who are watching this about video, because you're probably scrolling through your news feed right now, watching a Facebook video of someone, a sponsored link, a friend, a family member who is in the outdoors with nice scenery, playing with their children, out with their family, whatever it is. You're watching it through video content. And I think, why be the watcher? Why be the consumer when you can be the person putting that content out there, especially if it's going to bring you in a monthly subscription where you can base that monetary income with your actual passion, with your business, with your interest, whatever it may be. If you can join that up, then, the actual basis of working a 9 to 5 becomes very questionable. Because look at everything that is of potential these days. We can wake up in the mornings, we can come and sit at our desk, we can turn the computer on, and we can turn the video on, and we can talk exactly like Ben and I am now. And if you were to translate that into a series, let's take like TV, for instance. TV to me is dying. A multi-billion-pound industry I see it very, very fastly declining, especially with the Netflix and YouTube. And I guarantee there's something else coming very, very soon. And Amazon is trying to fill a gap for what is missing at the moment. And, you know, I would never, ever kind of take Amazon for granted and the stuff that they do, because the traffic, the power of sparking at potential interest with target market is in terms of a keyword in their search engine. Now, like Ben said earlier, all that you have to do is be seen. Be seen and do the marketing to be seen so people can buy the product that you're promoting. And it's as simple as that. Photo is great. Powerful is even bigger. Video is even bigger. So leverage it. Don't dismiss the fact that Amazon's doing something like this now, and then ask the question how to do it in 2 years from now. Be the person who starts now, so people are asking you how you've done it. And I think, you know, that's the way to go.
Absolutely. And you're absolutely right that this is a very new thing that Amazon has rolled out. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Amazon started allowing people to get onto Amazon Direct Video in 2016. So it's a very new service, okay?
Yeah.
If you can get in on the ground floor and you can establish yourself as an authority in this niche, in Amazon's niche, while there's not that much competition, think about 2 years down the road. Think about 5 years down the road. Think about 10 years down the road, okay? You can become an authority, a thought leader, an expert in whatever it is that you're an expert at, right? So, like, for example, Chris is an expert in Amazon FBA, okay? He can put videos out on Amazon FBA, and he can dominate that section of the market on Amazon Direct Video because it's new, right? There's just not as many people that have figured it out yet, not as many people that are willing to put in the time and effort. So Amazon Direct Video is huge. By the way, Chris, what you were saying that you think there's another thing coming, I think it's live video. I think it's live video because TV cannot compete with things like Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Periscope.
I mean,
all those
like
things.
Periscope, all you have to do is, let's say you're at the top of the Eiffel Tower, you turn Periscope on, you put your title as, I'm at the top of the Eiffel Tower, you hold your phone up, and there's potential to be seen by hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people if you target that way. Holding your phone up in the sky is a live broadcast. What else can do that? What else can do that? I guarantee, you know, look, people have to be on their phones right now to be watching us on the live. This is spot on exactly what you said. And the thing going back to all of this stuff now, I just think it's like, you know, social media, who is not leveraged in that, especially for the business, needs to start now. And what I personally like about how, you know, this is an understatement, how powerful social media is, fucking big understatement, that you can become, you can start from the ground, you can be a zero, and then within 3 to 6 months, you can be the guy that everyone knows. You can be that hero. You can literally turn yourself into a ground presence of nothing, zilch, zero, into social media stardom, starlight. And I think all you have to do is pretty much now jump on something like the video platform on Amazon, become not even an expert, but become someone who knows what they're doing. I class myself not as an expert, but I class myself as knowing a little more than the people I'm teaching in terms of my courses and my coaching. That then gives me the authority to teach someone who knows less than me. And exactly what you need to do. You need to jump on these new platforms now, because in 2 years' time, there's going to be several other people trying to dominate the space. So, you know, I'm sick of the talk that people say, yeah, I'll start next week, I'll start next month, I'll start on the next big thing that comes. Now, baby. Today.
You know, there's a quote, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Chris, but there's a quote of the you know, when's the best time to plant an oak tree? And the answer is 20 years ago, okay? But the second best time is today. So, you know, if you're trying to start your entrepreneurial journey, the best time to start was, you know, it's already passed, okay?
Yeah.
But the second best time is today. in 2 to 5 years, you're either going to be building a business and achieving financial freedom, or you're not. That time is going to pass either way, okay? You might as well do something that can set you up for financial success, to build passive income, okay? Don't wait for somebody to hand it to you, because they're not going to, okay? Nobody is going to do this for you. And you know, I think Chris is a testament to this, that you worked your ass off as a personal trainer, right? And you were saying that you were working 12-hour days, you know, sometimes days after days after days with very little time off, and you realized, I can't do this. I'm going to make a change, okay? Yeah. And you did it, and look at you now, right? And you know what? There is nothing that is distinguishable between the two of us and anybody listening. There is absolutely nothing distinguishable between any of us, okay? We're all people. We all have dreams and aspirations. We all have strength on the inside, okay? So tap into that. Tap into that. Bring it from within, okay? Because you have it inside of you. Think of Elon Musk. Think of Bill Gates. Think of Mark Zuckerberg, okay? Yeah. They did not come from money. They did not come from a place of success, but they built it. They built it themselves in one lifetime. We have that same lifetime, okay? So harness that power on the inside, because that's where it comes from. You got to get your mind right. You got to get yourself right, okay? Once you have those two things, power forward, okay? So enough of the motivation for now. Man, I get off on those tangents too, man. But let's talk about number 5, which is YouTube. Chris, you wanna jump in a little bit on that?
Yeah. So you know, YouTube again. This comes back to more the video stuff that we just covered. Like the potential is enormous. You know, YouTube and Netflix. You know, when I'm eating my food, when I'm watching a series at night, I'm not watching it on Channel 4. I'm not watching it on E4, ITV on the actual television. I'm watching it from my computer, or laptop, or phone, or technology, and that's either YouTube or Netflix. I'm sure, you know, many percentage of the people that are watching this can relate to that too. And something with YouTube, and I always like, for some reason, like, you know, Friends, the TV show, I just something, you know, I don't know why, it might sound strange, but now we're given the kind of the power to create our very own TV shows. And, you know, just because I was like an addict of Friends back in the days, that always pops up into my mind that, you know, how did they used to do it? How did they used to do all those scenes, all those cut edits, and all of that stuff? But now it becomes very real that you can actually do that for yourself. You can have that video uploaded, whether it's 10 minutes or an hour-long video or series that you want to capsulate, onto YouTube in less than an hour upload for potentially, again, like I say, millions of eyes to see, with a simple keyword search on the search engine. So, you know, YouTube, you broadcast yourself, but now I think it started very much as if the camera right now was on me. I still do this stuff in terms of Facebook. Like, this is my ground here. This is where I do my videos. In my kitchen, I'm on Instagram. With YouTube, just starting basics, it was tubing you. So you record yourself. But now as the years have gone on, and, you know, your kind of creative aspects have started to broaden, it's become very, like, universal, very scenic, very educational. There's so many different angles of where YouTube's kind of progressed from where it is now and where it's going to go in the next few years, that it almost is, it's a place of where you can find anything. You can turn yourself, again, into educational systems. You can turn yourself from a student into the teacher in a very, very short amount of time. And that's why I started my channels on Life Success. I think I've almost got 250 videos, and I'll have to check that. But, you know, that I've done that all in the course of 8 to 10 months. I'm not sure how many subscribers I've got to really, that's not a relevance to me. It's just about putting myself out there in terms of gaining confidence and putting the knowledge and education that I've learned over the last few years to something that could potentially spread viral for everyone to take and apply themselves in their lives. So, you know, YouTube's massive. Obviously, you can't do that on Netflix. That's a watching stream. But YouTube, you get a camera, you record yourself on something and you can put it live. And I always focusing back on trying to bring something that's unique, creative content, evergreen content that is going to be watched now and it's going to be watched in 20 years from now. Always focus on the quality. Don't just stream videos for the F of it. Get them out and people will watch them, people will share them, people will like, comment, all of that good stuff. And that's something that you want to create. And YouTube, again, is a potential to do that. And I know the fear of someone starting their own YouTube channel is doing this, recording themselves right here. This gap is the prevention factor of someone starting their YouTube channel. And I had that before. And as you know now, I'm just like, I can't get enough of my Instagram videos in my kitchen. I actually, I was fearing the fact of doing that. I was like sweating in my first video. I was like rocking back and forth. How am I supposed to do this? And especially for people to see me after the video. What I did, and I hope this helps people, I got my phone out. I went to the busiest town I knew around my area. And I walked down the street and I recorded my first 2-minute video just walking past masses of crowds. People looking at me, some people laughing, some people pointing, staring, whatever it be. I blacked out all the left and right, the centre and the behindness that was going on, and I just got it. I started and I stopped 2 minutes later, and from that point, my confidence is built where I could do a video anywhere. I could talk about anything. And when it comes to videoing, when it comes to the YouTube stuff, whether it comes on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, sometimes it's not about the equipment you have. Sometimes it's not about the quality of camera. It often comes down to, it's not even about what's coming out of your mouth. It's about how you're acting, your characteristics, your actual tone, body language of what you're doing. That will translate to your both visual and audio of what's coming out. So, guys, start now. Everyone else who might put doubt and laugh at you and stuff like that, because it's your channel. It's your YouTube channel, your name's on the channel, and that's potentially going to make you a social media kind of superstar from the get-go. So don't fear anything, only take potential and advantage of it.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to say about YouTube is, because we are talking about how to generate passive income, one way you can do that is you can monetize your videos. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's literally a button on YouTube that you can press, and it's like a little slider, and you turn from no monetization to monetization. And then YouTube will show some advertisements. And every time people watch your ads or click through them, you get paid a little bit of money. Okay? So that's on the front end of monetization. Now, the seventh way, YouTube was a fifth way. The seventh way that we're going to talk about, it actually ties back into how you can utilize all the other ones to make additional passive income. So there's another way that you can use YouTube, because the monetization just on YouTube is not spectacular, but it is a way to generate passive income. And once you have a substantial audience, then it'll actually bring you in some pretty nice money. So again, YouTube, Amazon Direct Video, Shopify, Amazon FBA, and Kindle Publishing. All of these very viable ways to make passive income. Let's move on to number 6, which is blogging, which this is Chris's domain. You got it, brother.
I love blogging. That's it. So blogging has been a big part of my life for the last 10, 12 months with zonelifesuccess.com. I started blogging by, what did I do? Let's think back. Right, okay. This is where I started. I went onto WordPress.com and I started a free blog. WordPress.com is a free kind of platform where you can literally sign up, put your email and password in, create a blog name, create a URL, and you could start typing. Start typing on your interest, your passion, your skill set, and you can create kind of an author page. You can create articles for yourself. You can add nice visuals, nice videos, and things like that. And then you can create your own www.yourname.com, and you can do that over at godaddy.com. You can clear up this after, Ben, for all of us. So a blog pretty much it's like a vlog, but it's a text vlog. So all you're doing is pretty much putting your words that's coming out of your mouth onto actual typing format, and you're putting that on your own website. So that'd be WordPress.com. That's where I started out as a free platform. I've done that for 8 months. I'm now building my WordPress.org, which has been live for like 3 months, but I just haven't pushed it out to people yet because it's got a few more tweaks. So there's different versions. There's a paid version. I recommend you start with that, and then there's the free version. Start with that, and then the paid version once you've gained a bit more skill set in that area. Then, but with a blog, you can pretty much, like I said, you can start to write about anything. I recommend that you do choose a passion that's going to motivate you to write about every day. And when it comes to monetizing your blog, then you can use things as service your own products on your blog. You can talk about your products through your actual articles, and you can link out to your store, whether that be on Shopify, as we just said, your Amazon FBA, your Kindle, and so on and so on. And you can link your YouTube, your social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, all of that stuff. So yeah, you can sell your products through there as well. But one of the biggest things to start off while doing blogging, and go and check my new site out. It's going to be live in like 10 days. Got to put it together. Come on, Chris. That's on lifesuccess.com. Go and check out what I've done with this would be a paid WordPress platform that I put together. I hope you like it. I've lost it. Where are we? Okay, so I know where we are. So, Ben, you pulled me back. Where was I?
Blogging, paid WordPress. When you're telling the story, be passionate about it. Blog every single day.
Yeah, and then you can talking about traffic. So how do you get traffic? So you want to kind of translate your blog to like your Facebook and stuff like that. Whether that be the same name as your blog, like it's On Life Success, my Facebook, Chris Jones On Life Success. You can interlink them together, so you build more of a presence and exposure platform for yourself. You can also then do the search engine optimization, which can come from Bing, Yahoo, and Google. So all you want to do is create articles based on keywords that are in demand, that people are searching for online, that'll push traffic towards your blog, so then you can gain exposure for yourself through free and organic searches. All that you have to do is put that blog together in high quality, because Google notices high quality blogs, not just quantity, and then you'll be able to link out to anywhere you like them. So obviously the goal for a blog, exactly like YouTube, is to gain maximum traffic, but maximum quality traffic too. You don't just want loads of traffic that isn't related to your niche. So you wouldn't go and you wouldn't have a blog about Amazon and then me talk about, I don't know, recipe guides like it was before starting out. You wouldn't interlink them, and you wouldn't want to drive traffic to your recipe guides page if your whole blog is created on Amazon. So make sure you target specific keywords relating to your niche, your blog, your overall concept of what you're going for. Therefore, you don't throw people off when they reach your blog and annoy them, really, because they'll be able to leave comments on your blog if you enable those. So yeah, Ben, take it away, bro. I'm mind boggled.
Absolutely. And a lot of what Chris has said is all of what Chris has said is absolutely correct, and I agree with you. And blogging is a good way to start. If maybe you aren't comfortable putting yourself on video, you're not comfortable publishing a book or handling physical products, a blog is a very easy way to get started, because all you have to do is express yourself via the written word, and you type it, you publish it, and then you're done, right? And so when you have all these blog posts and you start building your community, then like Chris said, you can monetize it by selling your own products, or you can sell advertising space on your actual website. Once you have a lot of traffic coming, that's when advertisers want to pay you to be on that page, okay? But blogging, it really is a way to express yourself. And like Chris said, it's really good to go with something that you're passionate about, because it'll keep you going, right? Because you may be blogging for a while, and you might not get much traction, and then one day, bam, you go from 100 monthly unique visitors to 10,000, because one person saw it and shared it, and a bunch of his or her friends saw it and shared it, and now everybody's going to read everything that you've ever written. Okay?
Can I jump in?
Yeah, please.
Two thoughts of opinions here. There is the way of building your site up so it becomes like quite a credible site with an authority, and obviously you don't want to monetize it straight away. I almost made the mistake of trying to sell things on my blog right away from blog one. Okay, that was day one, blog one. I then deleted that blog or revised it fully to step away from the sale, and I just focus from that point on, and I have done now, of just producing high quality content that focus is on delivering help and value within the marketplace that you're trying to serve greater than anyone else. I think that's really something to focus on. Just please focus on just information. Leave all of the stuff that's going to make you money. Keep it in your head, note it down, keep a vision of that, absolutely, but try not to translate that onto your blog too early, because people can recognize that, and it might seem from the get-go that your blog becomes more of like a marketplace to sell to rather than the value you're trying to give people. So that has really helped me. So I know it's hard. Especially for people struggling in terms of financials. Like, you really just want to get a blog post that will divert to maybe an affiliate link and you can earn £6 every sale. But really try to envision the long term of where you want to take your brand, yourself, and your future products, and try and minimize the sense of selling for the short term, so you can maximize that in the long term for your own products and have more financial gain than selling these kind of small time ones in the short term. Another thing would be, like you said, Ben, about what was it? Is it Google Ads? Google AdSense. So like, how would you describe that?
So like basically you can give Google, or there are other platforms to do it, like Meridian and stuff like that, but you can give Google access to a certain space on your website.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like giving like ads. So that's kind of your website's here, and that's having like an ad here in the corner, so someone can click it. Again, there's a difference of opinions here. One, you can have the ads on your website. Two, you don't have to have the ads on your website. Personally, I'm going to go down, and have done since the start, of having no ads, because this is my kind of thought process towards it. Why am I building up my own website, my own blog, with targeted traffic who are interested in me, my writing, my videos, my content, and then in a way seeing an ad that's not towards my company, and having the potential of that person clicking on that ad and then leaving my website and potentially never coming back? The goal for me is to keep people on my website as much as possible, to feed them as much high quality information and value as I possibly can, for them to possibly come over to my Facebook, like my page, drop me a message, ask me about my course, my services, just continue to read the blog, be inspired, be motivated, be passionate for life, translate everything into changing their life, not to click on an ad and go to someone else's page to possibly buy their products and affiliate products that they're promoting. To me, it's all about me. It's all about the person visiting my site, and I think that's, to me, like the value that I'm holding through my blog.
Absolutely, and I think one of the biggest things that you said, and this is not only true in blogging, but in all of the other businesses that you can think of, but it's providing value, okay? Mm-hmm. It's providing value to the customer. Whereas a blog, your customers are your readers, your community, and you're providing value in the form of either knowledge or inspiration or whatever it may be. You have to provide value to them, because if you don't provide value to them, they're not going to be able to provide value to you, okay? So it's a give and take, okay? You give to them. It's actually a give and give, okay? You give to them, and they give back to you. You don't ever want to take from them. You always want to give, okay? And the more that you give, the more that you'll get. And like Chris said, it's tough. This isn't easy. Entrepreneurship isn't easy. Building a business isn't easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it, and everybody would be doing it successfully. But in order to become successful, put the money aside. It will come. It will come. If you build something valuable, if you build something very high quality, and the people are there, okay, and you're giving to people and you have a community, the money will come. So focus on the people, focus on the value, focus on giving, okay? The money will come. So we've talked a little bit, we've mentioned it a few times about affiliate products or links, and that's actually the seventh way that we're going to talk today about building passive income. And what's cool about affiliate marketing is that it can actually work with almost every single other one of the 7 that we've talked about so far. So what affiliate marketing is basically, and Chris, I'll give a little overview, and maybe you can go into the more into a little bit more depth with it. But what affiliate marketing is basically somebody gives you a link. And that is a link to either their product or their website or their eBay page or their Amazon page or their book, whatever it may be. They give you a link to that. And you can take that link and you share it with other people. And if people come through your link and buy or submit lead information, whatever the affiliate agreement is between you and the program that you're working with, you get a commission. Yep. So it's essentially an online version of a commissioned salesperson. For example, let's say there's a book that you really like on Amazon. Okay, you can go and through Amazon Associates, which is their affiliate program, you can get a link to that book. And it's a special link that has your ID in it. And you can put it on your blog, for example. And you can write up a book review of that book, saying what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and then include an affiliate link at the bottom saying, by the way, if you're interested in this book, here's a link to get to it. Okay? If they go through that link and buy the book, then you get paid. You get a commission. Okay? So that's what we've been kind of hitting at is if you have a blog and you just put affiliate links of other people's products, you know, that might be a sort of a short-term solution. But you know, again, people build businesses that way. It all depends on how you want to build your business. But I think what Chris is more going for is don't go for the short term, go for the long term. So Chris, maybe you could give us some insight on affiliate marketing.
Yeah. So, there's many people out there that focus on many platforms on affiliate marketing. In terms of they'll market several hundred products and services throughout their blogs, their Facebook, their YouTube channel descriptions, and so on and so on and so on. While there is money to be made there, like I was just saying, I'm not saying any of these are bad. Any of these are bad at all. There's two options: take one, leave one, or do both. And that's similar to what I do. So I'm an affiliate for two services. So one is Jungle Scout, and I think this comes down to don't, like you just said, don't go and affiliate yourself. An affiliate pretty much means you're putting your name to another brand or service and you're pushing those two towards a customer. Now, the only issue there, if you go and just chuck out affiliate links to customers who want to read stuff for you, and you go and chuck out bad links to bad services, softwares, blah, 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 that means if that customer or reader has a bad experience with that affiliate link or affiliate program, they're going to come back and they might kind of base your name of being a negative, because you're the one who passed them there through that link. So, you really want to be careful in terms of who you're affiliating with, why you're affiliating with them, because the biggest why there should be because you've had great results, you've had a fantastic experience, and that you have had some sort of success by using the affiliate that you're promoting, correct? That's one of the biggest things. And that's coming back to don't just chuck any willy-nilly links out there and hope people sign up for your $2 commission. It doesn't work like that. So affiliate marketing is great. Now, especially if you're starting to build quite a brand for yourself and gaining some good kind of traffic to your website or blog, this is where you can start to implement some sort of affiliate. But again, make sure you've used the program, make sure you can answer questions about it if people were to contact you, and don't over-promote. Never over-promote, and make sure you're writing a blog post within the link that you're trying to promote that is very, like you said then, filled full of fantastic value, high-quality content, and not just one sentence, link, photo, done. You really want to portray that affiliate link as if it's your own product. Therefore, you're going to get paid, and therefore you're portraying the brand in true light because you believe in it too. So there's many aspects to focus on here. Learn from my mistakes where I honestly had like 30 or 40 affiliate programs before, and I didn't know which one to keep track of. I lost all my passwords and emails. It was ridiculous. So really narrow down to the one that you believe in, have full faith in, confidence, and have had some success and you are currently using. Then you can push that to people, because you will have the answers there if they're going to ask you. And you can start to build yourself as a person of authority for that brand too. So they might reach out to their audience, the actual product, and they might mention your name as being a very big part of their company. So that's something you really want to look at. But in terms of automation, this is great because you can put a link up there on your blog. That blog might be up on your site for 5 years, and that affiliate link might be earning you $20 commission every day. So it is very automated in terms of you write one blog post or you make one video, you include that affiliate link in your description, and then that can be a forever sale then for the target market that you're going for. What was I going to say? One other thing. I lost that. I'll come back to it. But yeah, that's my basis of affiliate marketing. There is so much money to be made. Just make sure you don't forget yourself. Make sure you don't forget about yourself and turn yourself into an affiliate machine, because there's much more success and brand building when it comes from yourself, as opposed to just chucking links out for other people. So in a way, you have to be selfish to gain success that you want to achieve.
Absolutely. And I just want to put out there that there's a fine line between, like Chris said, just chucking out products and just trying to make sales, and believing in a product enough to want to share it with your community, right? One of the programs that I'm actually an affiliate for is Shopify, right? Because I wholeheartedly believe that people can come and build real businesses on Shopify. So I put out a few YouTube videos as tutorials on Shopify. And then I'll put in the description, by the way, I hope I provided value to you. By the way, here's a link to go grab a 2-week free trial to Shopify. If you go through this link and you happen to want to invest, then I get a little bit of commission, right? So I wanted to provide value up front. And then I said, by the way, if you want to, here's a link to Shopify. And it just so happens to be my affiliate link, right? Now, what's cool about affiliate marketing is that you can mix it with all these other different types. So let's go back, and I just want to give you an example. Kindle publishing, for example. So I want to use Chris, your cookbooks, right? What you could do affiliate marketing wise is you could take those recipes and all the different ingredients you could have affiliate links to Amazon's pantry for. Mm-hmm. And let's say that Shopify, for example, you could build a store and you may have your one big product, and that one big product is, let's say, a fishing pole, okay? But in order to have a complete shop to sell to the fishing community, you can put on affiliate products. You can have other products from Amazon, like fishing line, like the reel, like the bait and tackle, like all the different fishing gear that you may need, and that could complement what you're already doing. It complements. It's not the foundation itself, but it complements it, right? Let's say Amazon Direct Video. People can listen to your video. In the description, you can have an affiliate link somewhere. Let's say you did a really in-depth book review, and you want to put an affiliate link to that book in your video description. By all means, go for it. By all means, do it, because you're providing value, and then you're asking, and you're not even asking, you're presenting it to your customer, to your viewer, and if they want to take advantage of it, they can. Okay? Yeah. YouTube, same thing as Amazon Direct Video. You put that link in the description, and then blogging we've already talked about. So with affiliate marketing, you have a lot of flexibility on what you can do. Just remember that the moment it's more about you making money rather than you providing value, and through teaching and giving to others, they give back to you by going through your link, there's a big difference there, okay? And I trust that you see that. So, those are 7 very, very, very effective ways to generate passive income. Just know that regardless of which one that you choose, it's not going to happen like that. Okay?
Yeah.
When you go work for a 9 to 5, you get paid. You're trading your time for money. Okay? But when you're building passive income, you're investing your time and energy now to reap the benefits later. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that after 15 years you're still going to be, you're still going to be hunting for scraps. That's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, if you're still failing after 15 years, you might need to reevaluate your industry or your approach, or something may be wrong. But don't quit after a month, after 3 months, after 6 months. They say, and I say I've read before that it takes about 5,000 to 10,000 hours to master a skill. Okay?
Yeah.
All these different things, they're playing on skills. Kindle publishing, that's marketing, that's writing. Okay? Amazon FBA, that's your ability to manage a business. That's your ability to sell a product. Shopify, same thing. Amazon Direct Video, how good are you on camera? How good are you at marketing that? YouTube, same thing. Blogging, how well can you write? How well can you attract traffic there? Affiliate marketing, how well can you get people to click through and buy that product? Okay? These are all skills. Okay? These are all skills, and those skills come from you. So, in order to become a better business person, in order to become successful, you need to work on yourself. It needs to come from inside. Okay? You have the power to do it. You have the ability to do it, and I believe in you 100%. Okay? But it has to come from you, and nobody else is going to do it. So, get your mind right, get yourself right, and your business will follow suit. Chris, you have anything else to add, man?
No, you've just finished it perfectly.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this has been another tutorial with Chris Jones, and that's Chris Jones of Zon Life Success. So I'm going to put links to all of his stuff down in the comments below. I very highly encourage you to reach out to Chris. He's the man, and will always continue to be the man. And take care, everybody.
Hey, thanks, guys. Speak to you soon.
Yeah, all right.
Woohoo!
That